guys, it's
Lauren Daisy.
welcome back to my channel. So I have notes, I'm ready. Let's talk about the Rumble. I watched it again and like made notes on things, and then yeah, I thought best to like collect my thoughts rather than just like jumping straight into a video about it. I'm also going to make a video tomorrow because I haven't seen Raw yet. Spoiler alert, it's going to be called Jeff Hardy Deserves Better. So yeah, look out for that one because that's definitely coming. And if you've seen the Royal Rumble, then you will understand why. So I'm going to start off with the matches and then talk about both of the Rumbles. Oh Jesus. I made my predictions. I think I said them again right before the Rumble started, so I'll have that clip here. Okay, so for women's winner I have Bianca. For men's winner I have Edge because I just want him to win so badly. My guess for surprise entrant is Lana for the women's and Seth for the men's. Yeah, Nia and Shayna to win. Drew wins, Miz cashes in, and Roman wins and Sasha wins. So those are my, I'll put like what I wrote here. So Drew versus Goldberg, I said that I wanted Drew to win. Part of me was like, me and Miranda were just tense that entire match because I was like, they could give this to him right now. Like they've done it before with Fiend, and they could do this right now. But thankfully they didn't, and I enjoyed it even though it was quick. I was kind of expecting, I wasn't expecting much honestly, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I actually enjoyed it. I liked the moments, like I liked Drew going through the barricade, Drew hitting the spear on Goldberg, even though it was quick, because obviously Goldberg's like matches are. I still thought it was good, and yeah, I was actually enjoying it. So part of me like wishes it was like longer, but the moment at the end with like the mutual respect and them like having a bit of a laugh, I thought that was cute, and that was like I don't know, I enjoyed it and I thought it was a good way to kind of cap that. And I guess I don't know, Goldberg obviously wanted to come back, and people who really love Goldberg, him giving that nod of respect to Drew then kind of helps further push Drew as well. So I thought it was really good, and I love Drew so much. Sasha and Carmella, I said I thought Sasha would win, just because one, I feel like her title reign hasn't really been long enough yet, and also two, I feel like maybe she might lose an Elimination Chamber or she'll take it all the way to Mania, I'm not sure. But yeah, I thought it was good. Honestly, I didn't find it that different to their TLC match. I still did enjoy it, but yeah, it felt a little bit samey to me. Thought maybe it would have been cool if it was like a stipulation match. Also their ring gear was amazing, both of them looked absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and Charlotte and Asuka versus Nia and Shayna was on the pre-show, and I haven't seen it, or the kickoff show. I haven't watched the match, but I guessed that it would be Shayna and Nia, and it was, which honestly I'm kind of glad about, because now Charlotte can go off and do her solo thing with Lacey, and Asuka can maybe do a solo thing with Alexa. That would be cool. And then now Shayna and Nia could face Mandy and Dana or the Riot Squad. So yeah, I feel like it just opens up the stories more now than having both championships with Asuka. So Roman and Kevin, I said I thought Roman would win. I'm loving Roman right now. I think his storylines are so good, his promos are so good. Him and Paul are like one of my favourite things about WWE right now, across both brands. Yeah, I thought Roman would win because I feel like they're doing this whole like Roman domination type thing where like he's just taking over and he's gonna be like undefeated, and honestly I'm here for it, like all the way till Mania or even after Mania. Like I'm happy for them to keep it going because I think it's such a good storyline, and he just makes such a good heel, so I really loved it. I thought the Thunderdome stuff was cool, like climbing up next to the screens and then obviously throwing KO off, that was crazy. my favourite bit in the entire match, and one of my favourite moments of the whole pay-per-view, was that golf cart. I was like my jaw actually dropped. I was like, oh my god. And then when I watched it back the second time, I was just waiting for it to happen, and I just loved it. So that was probably like my favourite moment of their match. But the senton bomb, that was awesome. So yeah, I thought it had really great moments, and I really love Kevin. I would have liked him to win it, honestly, but I think, you know, it was a really good match for him as well, so I feel like even though he didn't win it, it was still really good for him. The whole handcuffs bit was very awkward, and like at the time I was like, what is going on? And like obviously the ref stopped counting as well, which made it even worse. And yeah, I guess Paul just couldn't get it. But then when I watched it back, when I rewatched it, it was even more painfully slow. Like it literally felt like it went on forever, and I was like, oh, this is so awkward. But yeah, that was the only thing. The spear through the screens I thought was really good as well, and when like you thought that Kevin was gonna get counted and then he just like rolled off the stage and stood up, that got me nicely. I thought that was great. Right, let's get into the women's match. So I said that I thought Bianca would win it. I said that I thought Lana would be a surprise entrance and she would eliminate Nia. Billie Kay was amazing. She was so funny. I loved her so much. Her whole thing of like being on commentary and then asking people to like team up with her, I just think she's incredible. She's so good. Like it just feels so genuine. Sometimes the comedy in WWE can be a bit hit or miss and it can be a bit cringe, but she's so good. She's just so good, and I just love her, and she's one of my favourite people on SmackDown right now. And yeah, I thought it just brought such a good moment to the Rumble. So yeah, that was really good. Jillian returning was such a surprise. I was so shocked, just because I don't know, I feel like I haven't seen her forever, and for me she was like around when I was like properly watching WWE, and so she was like a proper throwback person. So yeah, I just love when this is what I love about the Rumble. You never know who you're gonna see. Shotzi, I love her. I think she's incredible. I just love her whole look, the hair, the gear, and like the tank was awesome. And I was a bit sad she wasn't in it longer, but yeah, I thought she was really good. It's Victoria. Fuck off. I love Victoria. Victoria, amazing. I miss Victoria so much. She's one of my favourites. I just love anyone that reminds me of old WWE, of when I used to watch it, of the people that I grew up watching. I just love to see them come back, especially when they get to come back in things like the Rumble, which didn't exist. Like, can you imagine if we had women's Rumbles back in the day and you had all like your faves in there, and they were actually, the thing is, obviously when you get like throwback people come in, like Victoria, like Trish, you know they're not going to win it because they're kind of just there for the Rumble. But I just wish the Rumble would have been around in a time where we would have had like Michelle McCall and like everyone in there, and it was like, oh my gosh, like they could actually win it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I loved seeing Victoria back. It was so good. Another one of my favourite moments was the Iconics reunion, because I miss the Iconics. I love them and I wish they'd never split them up. But I just thought that was funny, and getting to see them together again just made me miss them even more. Special shout out to Liv Morgan's ring gear. I love Liv Morgan anyway, but this ring gear was everything. Obviously inspired by Dirty by Christina Aguilera, and it was just, it was incredible. I absolutely loved it. I loved Rhea the whole time. She was just eliminating everybody, and she was doing so well, and I love her. I don't know if they're bringing her up to the main roster. It's kind of like rumours that they are. I haven't seen Raw yet. I don't know if she's on it. I don't think she was. But yeah, she definitely would have been my choice to win had it not been Bianca. So yeah, I really loved her, and I also loved that she got to be a part of eliminating Charlotte as well, because it's kind of like a throwback to obviously their match. at Mania last year's. I don't think you understand. Oh my god, I'm actually crying. Here's the thing. This is my biggest like bullet point. Like most of them are just like one line. This is like a paragraph. I love Tori Wilson. I am just so in love with her. She's been one of my favourite women's wrestlers, or like just wrestlers, for years, since I was 9 or 10. Me and Miranda used to play Here Comes the Pain, and I loved playing as Tori. And SmackDown vs Raw, I would play as her. I watched so many of her matches, so many of the old like pay-per-views that I used to buy. I'd always try and find ones that had Tori matches on them. I just loved her. And I feel like Tori, I feel like she gets a bad rep, man. Like she's kind of like gets pushed aside, I think, because she was in that Attitude Era of like Trish and Lita, and obviously Trish and Lita were doing, like, they did the main event of Raw and they're in the women's championship picture, and Tori never really was. And I feel like she was, as much as she was like one of the iconic kind of women of her time, like everyone loved her, I feel like she was underused and underappreciated in terms of her wrestling ability, and what she could have done. And I wish she would have gotten a women's championship opportunity, and I just kind of wish they'd done more with her than they did, because I feel like women didn't get a lot of opportunities back then. They don't have the kind of opportunities they have now, and when those opportunities did come up, they obviously went to Trish and Lita, deservedly so, but I think had there been more opportunities, it would have been cool to see Tori get one of them. So I love to see her come back for the Rumble, because she gets to be a part of like the women's Rumble. Like, I feel like when back when Tori was wrestling, we would have never thought there was going to be a women's Rumble. So to see her back and to see her in it, and just to be able to see her wrestle again, because I just feel like they didn't let her reach the potential that I think she had, and I really love her. And so I think I cried. Did I cry? I almost cried. Maybe I did cry. Just because, yeah, I love her, and I watched her for so long, and I've never seen her wrestle live because she wasn't on TV when I was watching it, and I didn't watch the Rumble live when she returned before. So to be able to sit there in real time watching it live, hearing her music and seeing her come out and wrestle, even though she wasn't in it that long, just makes me happy. I really like Charlotte, but I don't know, for me it's just kind of weird storyline. It reminds me of the Dawn Marie Tori storyline, and I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit weird. I don't really know where they're going with it, because what's the point? Like, what's the point in Lacey going after Charlotte? It's not like she has a title or anything. Like, it's just kind of weird for the sake of being weird, I feel like. Mickie James coming back was cool, but she kind of confuses me, because I wasn't watching, but I feel like earlier in last year she was just like a normal, like she was just on the roster, but then I know she got injured. I don't know if she broke her nose or something. They haven't really said anything about her. Like, she never really announced that she wasn't wrestling anymore, I don't think, unless I just didn't see it. And then she was on Legends Night, and I was like, huh? Like, I always thought we were just waiting for her to come back off of injury, and then she was on Legends Night, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, she was in the Rumble, and it was all a bit like, I don't really know what's going on with her. I love Alicia Fox so much. I will not tolerate Alicia Fox slander in my house. I loved seeing Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox is another gal from my time that I absolutely love, and again I think is underappreciated, and it's just that same thing of, I love seeing the women that I used to watch come back and be able to be in the Rumble and things like that. So I thought that was really cool. I thought it was absolutely hilarious how she pinned Truth the 24/7 championship and won it in the Rumble. I just thought that was so good. And So yeah, I loved seeing her as well. Oh, I didn't even mention this, but Naomi coming back, I absolutely love. Naomi's back! Naomi's number 2, and I just had to say that I'm literally so excited. And Miranda called it. She said Naomi. I've missed Naomi, and I hope she gets like another title opportunity, because she's just so good. She's so good. Yeah, I really love that moment of when Naomi used like Bianca's hair to get back in, and then they were both like wait, and then like kind of like helped each other back in. I just thought that was such a cool moment. I was right! Oh my god, I was right! She looks amazing. Her hair is everything, her ring is everything. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love Lana. Lana gets a lot of shit, and I love her. I loved her story. I loved where it was going, and that she was gonna like conquer Nia, and she was gonna win the tag titles with Asuka, and I loved it. And then they swapped her out for Charlotte, which is, you know, it's whatever. I still love Charlotte, but I just thought that storyline was good. Like it, and they built it up for so long, putting her through a bloody table every week to then just swap her out. It just seemed weird to me. But yeah, so that was why I thought this could be her time, and she did. She came back, she looked amazing, her ring gear was so cute. I loved how her and Natalia were matching. I thought that was just adorable. And yeah, seeing her eliminate Nia was great, and I'm excited to see her back on Raw now, hopefully. I thought Rhea, Charlotte and Bianca was a really good final 3, because honestly I think they knew a lot of people didn't want Charlotte to win, and I think having her in the final 3 kept that kind of anticipation of like, are they gonna have her win it? Like, oh my god, like and then obviously that moment where the 2 kind of like upcoming stars, Bianca and Rhea, got to eliminate her. Yeah, I thought that was really good, and having Rhea and Bianca rather than having, say, Bianca and Charlotte, or Bianca and Natalia, or, you know, someone who is more, I don't know, like I thought it was cool that they just had kind of like 2 upcoming people. Alexa was done dirty, I feel like. I was so excited to see her in the Rumble. I was so excited. I thought she was going to have a whole Fiend moment and it was going to be awesome. And then she just got eliminated by Rhea, like as soon as she, like pretty much as soon as she got in. Like I thought it was so cool how they were all just like everyone just kind of stopped and was just like watching her, and I thought she was going to do like a whole thing. I don't know if maybe because it was live, like at the Rumble, they couldn't really like do that, so they had to like come up with like an excuse as to why, and that was her being eliminated maybe. But yeah, I just love Alexa, and I was so sad that she wasn't in it long enough. I thought she would be in the final 4. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh my god, I could cry. Oh my god, Bianca WrestleMania. I'm literally crying. Oh my god, I love her so much. And then obviously Bianca won. She set the record, which was like over 56 minutes for the Women's Rumble, and I loved it, and I cried because I just love Bianca so much. She's one of my absolute favourites, and I just think she deserves it so much, and it was just so cool. So we're going to move on to the Men's Rumble. Deep breaths. I was not happy. Okay, I love Jeff. I love him. He's like, who have I got over there? Bam, Jeff. Okay, I love him. So I was so excited to see him in the Rumble. When he declared that he was in the Rumble, greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations.
I was gassed. I was like, I've never seen him in a Rumble before, like live obviously. Like while I've been watching WWE, I'd never seen him in the Rumble. I get excited to watch Jeff live every week, and to watch him at pay-per-views, because when I was watching WWE and I was watching it every week, he'd already left. He left in 2009. I started watching at the end of 2009, and then the actual, in terms of watching Raw and SmackDown every week, was 2010. So I missed seeing him live. So anytime I get to watch him wrestle live is cool for me. I watched like an interview with him backstage. They were like, are you excited for the Rumble? He's like, I'm so excited for the Rumble. He's like, I might not even do my face paint because I want to just like focus and like be ready for the Rumble. And I was so excited to see him. I And then he literally came out. I was, oh my god, I was so excited. Like the music, I was ready. I feel like I saw him. He got in, he did, you know, I forgot the name of the move, but you know what I'm talking about. And then I didn't see him, and I was like, okay. And he was like, he got an RKO, okay. And then we were watching what was happening outside of the ring, and stuff, and I feel like I literally barely saw him, and then Dolph Ziggler came out and eliminated him. The disrespect. Okay, I'm not even gonna get into it, because that's for my Jeff Hardy deserves better video tomorrow. But I was so angry. I think I even have footage of it, maybe, of like my reaction. I was so angry. I was just like, I don't even want to like watch this Rumble anymore. Like, I'm done. Like, had Edge not won it and there'd be such an amazing moment with Edge and Christian, I don't even think I would ever rewatch this Rumble. I was so like, what the hell? Like, he came in at number 5, was eliminated in like 2 minutes. I don't want him to get eliminated early. Where's Jeff? How's he doing? I hope he's doing okay. I'm so upset. First elimination, are you fucking kidding me? I got to see him for like 10 seconds. On prettylittleleos.com, I write a review for every week. And what do I say? What do I say every fucking week? I say Jeff Hardy deserves better, okay? I don't understand what's going on. Edge needs to win this now. Edge is all I have left. It was just utter shite, and I was not impressed. It was like a full-on job at elimination. Anyway. Edge coming out as number 1. Oh my god. Like, I love Edge, okay? I love Edge. Me and Edge, we have a history. He was one of my absolute favourites. I watched him on SmackDown every week, and then obviously watched him retire, cried. Me and my best friend Miranda, is one of our like core memories, is finding out that he had to retire. We watched the video together and we both cried. And I missed him ever since, for 10 years. Or like 9 years or whatever it was. Seeing him return, cry every time. And then like being able to watch him again, watch him wrestle live, like it's so crazy. Like, I feel like if you're not into wrestling or you're not an Edge fan, you just, I can't explain it to you. Like, I can't explain to you the emotions that are attached to it, because literally 9 years is a long time to have come to terms with the fact that you're never going to see your favourite wrestler like again. And then there he is, and he's winning, and there he is, and he's entering at number 1, and he's winning the whole damn thing. And I just loved it. I loved it so much. It was just amazing, and I cried like a baby when he won. I think I even cried when he came out, just because anytime I hear his music here, it makes me emotional. His music and everything. Like, watching him retire at 10 years old, and then sitting here at 20 years old, 10 years later, and watching him win the Rumble. I'll go again, oh my god. Yeah, Kane's return was cool. For me, like, if you ask me what superstar I associate with the Rumble, it's Kane. And this is like his like 17th Rumble or something crazy like that, so that was really cool. I loved seeing him. I thought he was eliminated quite quickly as well. Love seeing Ray. Always love seeing Ray. He's one of my faves. But again, I thought he was eliminated quite quickly too. All my faves just getting just terrible treatment at the Rumble. Seeing Dominic was really cool in his first ever Rumble. Bless his soul. And I love that he got to eliminate Corbin as well, because I just thought that was really good. Obviously, because they've got that rivalry going at the minute. And to be in your first Rumble and to get an elimination as well, to be able to eliminate someone. I thought that was a really good moment for him. Daniel Bryan, I thought, got eliminated. Like, I thought he was gonna win it, maybe. Like, I wanted Edge to win it. I put Edge down as my choice. I felt like I was trying to manifest it because I wanted him to win so badly. But like deep down I was kind of like, I feel like Daniel Bryan's gonna win this. So when he got eliminated, I was shocked. Like, I was like, no way. Like, I thought he was like it was gonna be like him and Edge at the end or something. Like, I just was like, oh, and when Randy went off with his little injury, I was like, he's obviously coming back. Like, come on now, that was obvious. So Randy coming back in, predictable, but I still enjoyed it. And then obviously he threw him out and he won it, and I cried like a baby. So beautiful. It was such a moment. Like, and for him, the Royal Rumble 2010, when he won it the first time, is one of, if not my favourite Rumble. I had it on DVD and I can't even tell you how many times I've watched it, countless times. Like, I know everyone who's in it. I pretty much know when they all come out, and I just love it. So for it to literally be 11 years later, no, yeah, 11 years later, like to the day, I would like, and I can't explain it to people. Like, we thought Edge was done. Like, we had accepted he was never going to wrestle again, and here he is. Like, I just can't. Like, 11 years later, winning the Rumble, 11 years after he won it, to the day, it's just like a fairy tale. And the fact that he's going to be at Mania, like 10 years to the day that he announced his retirement, he's going to be in the main event of WrestleMania. I'm going to cry again at WrestleMania for sure. So last, obviously, I left it till last because obviously, aside from Edge winning the whole thing, it was my absolute favourite moment, and it was when Christian returned. My heart, I cried. Sharp. No, Sharp. No, Sharp. Oh my god, I've seen him. It's 7 years since Christian was in WWE. My heart. Oh my god. I heard the music and I was like, no. I was like, surely not. I feel like if you play like SmackDown vs Raw and that, I'm kind of in a way desensitized to Christian's theme because it's on the games. It's one of my favourite themes, but it's on the game, so I like just sing it all the time. And I was like, hold on, that's Christian's theme. Where is he? I was like, is this some kind of like, because he didn't come out at first, which felt like, it felt like ages that no one was stood there. And I was like, is there some kind of weird mind game that Randy's playing on Edge right now? Like, what is happening? And there he was, and I lost it. And when Edge like looked up and he saw him, like, obviously Christian again, retired, not medically cleared, like, and then he's back and he can wrestle again, and him and Edge can wrestle again, and it's just like they've been best friends forever, tag team partners, and they were back together in the ring after like years. It was so good. When people come back, it's just amazing. And to see them back, like to see the wrestlers that we loved so much growing up, to be watching it in a time when they're all there, Christian, Edge, Randy, Jeff, John Morrison, The Miz, like, they're all there. Like, my boys, they're all there. And I've never been able to watch them all at the same time, because obviously Jeff had left before I even started watching live TV. And then Edge left, and John Morrison had left, and Ray had left, and then they're all back, and they're all here. All my boys, they're all here, and it makes me so happy. My thoughts on the Rumble, and yeah, I did end up loving it. Okay, the matches, I loved all the matches. I loved the Women's Rumble, and I did love the Men's Rumble, despite the Jeff, you know, the Jeff blip, but I will learn to accept that and get over it with time, I'm sure. But I am sure anytime I watch that Rumble I'll cry, because I just, the emotions. I feel like wrestling, you don't know it until you actually watch and are invested in wrestling and wrestlers, but even if you don't cry, you still just feel the emotion of the returns, of the wins, of the losses, of those just moments that are just everything. That's the end of my video. Let me know what you thought of the Rumble in the comments. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!